All right, we're back for part 2. Now we're going to get into the conditional formatting and the last chart off to the right. So we want to select all of this information and we need to format it to a number with comma. And then we want to select this column and we want to change it to currency. Now it makes a little bit more sense. And then we're going to select each column here and we're going to go up to the home menu, conditional formatting and data bars. And then we're going to just add the data bars just by clicking on the solid fill. So we're going to do that for each column. And repeat the step again a fourth time and add those data bars in again. Looking good. Now we're going to select everything and we're going to actually change this to a lighter background blue. That makes it a little bit easier to see with the blue on blue. And then we're going to select all those background cells and same thing, let's turn those to that lighter blue. Now we want to manage rules here to change the colors of these data bars. So if you go back up there to conditional formatting and manage rules, you can select different shades of blue or gray, whatever makes sense, by double clicking on these and changing that fill color. So we'll try a few different shades of gray here and just hit OK, repeating it for each one. And then let's change this to a lighter gray and let's make one more adjustment here. We want these to be differing. And then if you hit OK, you can see you've got all of your different shades. Now the one on the right is a little bit hard to see, so if you go back in there again to data bars or to manage rules, since we've already done it, you can click on this and you could change it to gradient, so the far right of the bars is a little bit more see-through. And then no border and hit OK, and now it's easier to read. Let's do a sort here. So we're going to click on our row labels area there, the drop-down arrow, and let's sort this. That way it's sorted by values. So you want to see probably the highest order type values first, so that would make sense. And then if you highlight these columns, you can adjust the size of these so that the data bars look right. That looks pretty good. Now onto the chart. So we're going to select this pivot table and we're just going to copy and paste it over to the right. And then we need to make some adjustments here. So we need to remove a couple of these checkboxed or checked items, I should say. We want to make sure that we've got the appropriate fields that we need to have. So we will uncheck that one and uncheck value. And now we've got these and we want to move date down to the bottom. So if this was a dashboard based on 10 days or so, you would have your days there listed and that is looking good. So now what we need to do is go back up to the top ribbon and insert chart. So we're going to go up to the insert menu and let's do a 2D bar chart and close this window. And then we can do some formatting here. So we're going to right click on the heading in the upper left and we want to turn those off. We also want our legend to go across the top to function like a title. So we're going to click on legend and then you can't see it, but you can move it to the top. And then we're going to click back on this chart and the plus sign again. And let's do data labels. And then again, you can't see it, but you can change the location of them. So change it to whatever makes sense. And then plus sign again. And we can adjust those and we can uncheck the grid lines to remove those grid lines. Now what I didn't show you here is I double clicked on here and I changed the series width to 100 and the gap width to 55. That makes your bars look a little bit better. Now I Control X and I pasted it in here with Control V, just like we did with the slicer. And now you can resize it and move it to wherever it makes sense. Now every time you go over here to your slicer and click on the name of the rep or names, you're going to see your charts update real time.